and standing. Bah! This is what kind of energy I have this morning. Yeah. Anybody else have a good sleep last night? Well, I don't know if I had a good sleep. It was just more sleep than I was used to, but I was still rolling around. So I thought I would do a little coffee time chat with Raven this morning. And see how everybody was feeling. Maybe you're all in bed right now. Hopefully I can see the comments. I've got my thing in my pencil. I don't want a pencil case, so I might not be able to see all the comments. Good morning. So yeah, I was just sitting here just to get on a topic, watching Don't Look Up again and doing some decodes on that, and just cracking my head, like just laughing my head off. Not only like if you're oh, my son's texting me. He's my middle son, you know, the one that got mad at me in 2020. He's texting me, "Congratulations, Mom. I sent him the new website." And he's like, "You're so sweet, Mom. I'm so proud of you." It's like really, really cute. Anyways, yeah, I was just watching again Don't Look Up, and I thought I would do some Gematria decoding. So people are like, "What's Gematria?" And it's basically codes that they put in things to based on the letters and where they sit and all of this stuff. So I like doing it once in a while when I'm watching shows, just to kind of give me a laugh. And if you want to do Gematria on Raven Moonstone, it's hilarious. I was just reading it to Old and Smoky Spice last night. It was pretty funny. Anyways, oh, why did he get mad a couple years ago? Because I was red pilling him and he hung up the phone on me. Like, he was flipped off. Like, I don't want to hear it. So one of the things that I've been doing for 2 years, if you have just started following along, is I'm very honest about whatever has been triggering me. I'm very honest about how or what information comes up into my matrix and how I discern it and send it all to you. So anyways, anyways, back to the Don't Look Up. So in this, Leo says 11 benevolent elephants, 11 benevolent elephants, and 11 benevolent elephants. It's a tongue twister. Obviously, I can barely say it. So I'm like, wow, 11 benevolent. Why would they choose that one instead of Susie sells, she sells, whatever? I can't even say any of these tongue twisters. So I go and look it up on Gematria, and I am cracking up. So Andrea is has posted it into Telegram. And so I've been looking up through many of the things and looking for more clues. And no, this hat is from the Goodwill store. I bought it years ago, so it's one of mine in my matrix. And the one I wear, why I wear the purple hat a lot is because when I'm reporting, I'm getting new hats that say Canada First on them. But when I'm reporting, I like the consistency of the color and everything. So this is just my chit chat hat. Anyways, yeah, so I love going through movies and just doing simple Gematria. And yes, you're right, everybody does have their certain time to wake up, and that's what we have to hold space for. I had somebody yesterday, a fellow truther, a friend, good friend, come to some events, been to some rallies together, send me kind of a weird text. Like, it was kind of a weird message right off the bat. Here, this is a 13-minute video, and I'm not disparaging you, buddy, if you're listening. I love you. But the vibrations just immediately, when I clicked on, first it wouldn't let me click on. So a lot of us are noticing that are in a loving vibe and just moving forward. We go to click on stuff to watch, and it'll shut our Telegram down, or it'll shut YouTube down, or it'll shut whatever we're doing down. And it's almost like our benevolent people are like, you don't need to see that right now. That's not in your vibrations. So they sent me an email, and it was kind of disparaging, and they are not in, I guess, a loving, more loving vibration. It was just kind of like really fear-based. Yeah, well, why the lockdown? You know? And again, I go back to this person had masculine energy, he's a man, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm just sitting in such more of a peaceful, loving place that I was like, I don't know, dude, I'm sorry. Like, he basically told me that look up mass psychosis or something. And I'm like, what? Wow, that's where you're at? You can't see donations and people helping each other? I'm like, that's, after I told him all of that stuff, that's what you gleaned from that conversation. So what I'm seeing is, yes, everyone has their time to wake up, but if somebody comes at you in a lower vibration like that, for me personally, I don't let it affect me. I just try and place them in a higher vibration with some knowledge, plant the seeds of peace, plant the seeds of peace. And if they're still come back at me with some ridiculous statement like, have you looked up mass psychosis, or like, I was like, wow, you know what? I'm in a happier vibe. I'm sorry you're going through stuff. I hope you work through your triggers. And I blocked his energy. And I think that's, I'm not going to match his energy because that's lowering your vibration. That's no place for us. It's 41 likes and 14 thumbs up. I like it. But anyways, so that's kind of where I'm at right now, is just seeing people come up and go, oh, well, you're not there. And it has nothing to do with people being better than anyone. This is what I want to make clear to every man who said that to me. Every man, there's like, not every man, but many men who have spoken to me in the last, since May, are all about, I don't need some woman reigning over us. I don't need some, and it's, I'm like, we're all sovereign beings. She's trying to show you how under natural law, not the LAW, which we were chained into, common law, a land law is the L, that's still paperwork. The A is air, and that's Admiralty and Maritime Law, A and W. So these are all our contracts. And this one was our constitutional rights within our paper. So she's cutting us free of all of those LAWs and letting us be under Creator's Law, natural law, freeing us from all those old systems. So when she talks about not being in her timeline, I'm just going to use this as 3D Earth. And what can I use as, I'll use my coffee cup because it's a little more dynamic. So here's Earth and the 3D planet that we're on. Pretend this is a galactic spaceship, and it's huge, and it's around planet Earth. She's got the energy and high vibrations of intuition and knowing, kind of like a lot of intuitive people and empaths on this planet. So it's from, like, I'll just say hers is from a higher dimension other than 5D, but I'll just call this cut 5D for argument's sake. So she's from at least a fifth dimension. So she can see and feel intentions around here. Now I'm just going to go back to a 2D plane here. When a 2D plane is, so this is why we can't see it. Pretend we're in the 2D plane and she's in the 3D. We're all cartoon characters. Okay? So when she talks about timelines, technically, she's beyond this 5D timeline. This is where everybody is free on planet Earth. We have all been helped and freed. We have no taxes. We have wealth in Canada. We're all building spaceships. We all have med beds. We all have new free technology to all humans. This is why Canada's first, because, like, she wants to be able to show us all the technology that has been hidden from us. This is the timeline she's talking about. This is in love and above, okay? 5D. Some of us are still acting in 2D, in a 3D thing. So all we're going to see is, in our 2D world, is a little pinprick of color, and it gets bigger and bigger until the circumference passes, and then it goes back to a little pinprick of color. Okay? So if we use this analogy, we're all living like, this is all of our straw man, paper, connected to this 3D energy. All right? Okay. So this is why you can't see this energy. Some of us can't feel this energy. It's because we haven't broken free of the paper matrix, okay, the money, the government, and the politics. This is all the 2D stuff, paper, in a 3D world. Has nothing to do with this new government. So I want to make something very clear. When we talk about, people have been commenting, the indigenous getting money from this government that we had pretending to govern us. And in this government, this very two-dimensional, can't get into the 5D because they're just stick people, okay? They're dead entities. So this old government that was attached to all of these straw men is now dismantled. Okay? This is the hard thing that people are having to adjust. When they talk about timelines of Turdo said this, or Kenny said this, or the leader of Australia said this, it's all referring to a dead entity to me. Another timeline that's gone bye-bye and collapsed. Okay? The vibrations of the 5D or higher, the one where it's an infinite loop, where we help people to people, like by doing donations, we use our heart space, love and above. These are what some people cannot see because they can't break free of the triggers and things that are holding them into this 2D matrix that's attached to our 3D forms. Okay? I hope that's making sense for everybody. So there's a lot of healing videos that Queen is telling us about that are very benevolent, that will cut these ties and strings free. I'm going to do it visibly. Ooh, I don't want to pull my scissors out of there because then the whole thing will fall. But they'll cut them visibly so that you can feel your energy rise to the higher levels and the higher realms to see how loving it is up here. So a lot of people who are coming against with their own questioning an authority or reigning or those terms, those are all spells that have been programmed in this 2D reality, okay? And these are the ones that have to slowly be undone because they're black magic, black mirror spells that have been cast on humans. So that's why we're programmed into this matrix still. And some of us are like, just keep getting into these timelines of what's happening with their 2D money. Okay, how can I access my straw man money or whatever? Queen is telling you, don't bother with any of this because this is already here, I believe. This has been here for a long time. So one of the conversations I had with my middle son today was about how, because he's a big Elon Musk fan, was about how we're going to be hooked up via the QFS and the Starlink, you know, visually. I was just giving him visuals, you know, like if this is what it looks like, you know, there's many people that are saying this, then it's unhackable, and it's we're already in this of using the frequencies of love and above. So what I think might help simplify people is if I stick to the 2D never mind the 3D, the 2D paper, and explain that when we go forward, these phones that we have that are very, 2D, that have all the contracts, that are built on fraud and all of this stuff, this is why the royal decrees had to be made in natural law to cut off and remove the spells of these things. So the more you as a human use the vibrations to cut off the spells, you'll feel the bliss and you'll feel the love, and you'll realize that when we help each other, like even giving money to a homeless or whatever, we're already in this fifth dimension where we're co-creating the reality of the earth that we want to be in. So some people are very triggered by words that bind them to these contracts. They're very triggered by the things of our fake monarchy. So let me tell you how fake they were, okay? If I haven't shared with you already, the fake thing with lizard breath with the crown is from a very negative bloodline that has done nothing but steal land, rape and murder, pillage people all over the globe. So she has signed contracts that have put her face on this fake money floating around our planet. So all of that, because of an executive order, it affects Canadians, an executive order from November 2nd of 2020, and also one from, I can't remember the date, where it was seizing, I remember it's 13, oh gosh, I can't remember the numbers now, not important, where it seizes all property and monies of anybody caught harming humans or stealing from humans. So if all this paper money has already been taken away from all these dead entities, and those souls are off planet living on another planet somewhere, that was part of the agreement to undoing the black magic, then all of this and our individual digital wallets are all sitting in this happy little matrix, floating around already, where no one, and this is what Queen is trying to tell us, she's showing us on the page, her page. So if you can't see the vibrations that are here, it's not because you're not less than, it's because you're working on those triggers within your own soul contract to release yourself and learn. So you have to take all those programs out and look at them seriously. Why am I triggered by the word queen? Why am I triggered by feminine power? Why am I triggered by whatever it is? Like, this is just my opinion on some of the things that people have been saying to me. Even women saying this, not just men. So why am I triggered by these things? Don't I want a world of love? So we have to understand what is coming or what's here already. If we can't see the end of the picture or the movie of what 5D love looks like, where we're all working together, then it's gonna be like you're watching this versus this. This is so much more dynamic. Don't you want to know what's in my cup? You know? And I'm not dissing this card because I keep this card out. It's got such high vibration. This is my friend's card. It says, smile often, love others, think positive, dream good, and smell good. So that's from Holly Berry. I keep it around because it smells good. But anyways, and keeps my vibrations high. But that's basically kind of what, now, the other things, now, I want to talk about all the old technology that's here, because somebody made a thing about Elon Musk. The thing we must understand right now, or understand, the biggest thing right now, people are asking me, who's good, who's bad, so-and-so did this, so-and-so blah, blah, blah. What we must understand is every single being on this planet, every single one, including Mr. Elon Musk, every single one, including you, has a role to play in this great awakening. Every single one of us. So I'll take Joe Rogan, for example. Okay? There's a good person to talk about. He recently had a doctor on his show. Now, I've never been a person to watch Joe Rogan. I like what he represented in the 3D world. I do. But when he had that doctor on, all of a sudden, all of my kids who are living in this world were like, wait a second. He's actually telling the truth, right? And you're right, there's ways to clean up absolutely everything. What can be done can be undone. From the financial industry all the way to the making of plastics or dispensing of plastics. Did you know that there's plastic worms that eat nothing but plastic? Yeah, true story. My friend has a composting bin with plastic eating worms. Go figure. I've been like into cleaning up the environment for years, and there's blankets of mushrooms you can put on toxic spills, and it takes away all of the things. Those are just natural things. Never mind the technology that's coming for free. Like, I don't think we're prepared. Queen said on one of her videos, she held up something like this, about this small. It's my chapstick lid. She's like, this can power Canada. Probably most of the world. That's quantum energy. And when I was watching that video, by the way, my lights were flickering. Just flickering on and on and on. And I just see one comment here that they just had at 2222. Go through me when you said removal of monies. It's happening. Look at all of the stock market crap. Exactly. So if we're paying attention, we can see the cyber attacks going on in the hospitals. We can see cyber attacks going on in a lot of money chains, from crypto to the banks to everything. You can go look and see that if you do lots of research, there's a woman who bankrupted Canada. The Federal Reserve, or two of the biggest banks of the Federal Reserve, were sold in 2018 to $1 each. One was the Bank of, what the heck was it? One was Citibank, went to the Russian government for $1, and the other one went to the American government for $1. The corporations, okay? So what we're seeing now is our governments that were corporations, just like us, we're all corporations under the law, 3 LAWs, land, air, and water. So certain people, I want to talk about the common law, certain people woke up timelines to expose the fact that humans weren't even using their constitutional law here on the planet. Those people are like Christopher James. I'll give him a shout out. He's an awesome guy. So he's like, hey man, we're not using all of these things. We're only doing the A and the W. So when they give you these stupid fines for showing up at things or doing things nonsensically, they're trying to give you a fine to collect money from your corporation to their corporation. So if you don't stand under their laws, which I told police many times, so I have not gotten tickets, I don't stand under your laws. I don't understand your laws. I do not understand what you're trying to tell me. No one has proven that what I'm doing is wrong and I'm doing harm. I'm doing no harm. And that's natural law, which is this law. It's galactic law. It's your intentional law. Like Minority Report. We talked about it many times. So your intentions are known in the galaxies. Like we all know when you go to or watch these Star Wars movies, they go to a galactic meeting and everybody can read everybody's intentions. There's no politics. It's just a bunch of royal families and council. No, I don't think you're going to be doing that. That's not, like a bunch of Yodas. So everybody knows everybody's intentions. That's what this is. We're already in Yoda times, okay? So if you think about it that way, and you just need to figure out how to break out of this stuff that holds you down. So anything that's been programmed through Project Mockingbird or all of those things through our TV and those black magic spells, those can be undone quite easily by listening to the virtual reality, Dr. Virtual Seven's healing vibrations. There's lots there. So that'll help you get out of the fear vibrations. Just go read the comments on a lot of these about removing AI nanobots. Like, this is what made me laugh the most. Is like, yeah, mass psychosis. You ever heard about programming mass psychosis? What, to heal themselves? To love themselves? To help each other? That's friggin' hilarious. I want to be programmed to love everybody. I already am. I was born this way. So, like I've said before, some people just have more spiritual power pellets when they're born. Some people just keep accepting the gifts that were being bliss to them and manifesting more gratitude and more blessings, like this situation I'm in. I couldn't be more happier. And I'm glad that my middle son is now like, woo, I finally get what's kind of going to happen now. He sees more happiness. And also I have a kind of, it's again mostly men who are kind of sitting in the fear vibration a little bit, where I'm like, hey, look what I'm doing now. And they'll send me videos every day or something. And it's kind of like, or pictures of things that are negative, like silverware sticking to your body. Like, the way I believe everything is going, we all came to this planet to learn about humanity, to have a human experience, okay? To love each other and to love ourselves most. Love ourselves most. We can't love anybody else unless we love ourselves. And I guarantee you, if you loved yourself a ton, at 73 people and 37 thumbs up, ha ha ha. If you loved yourself, you don't have time to point fingers at anybody because you're learning more about yourself. You just sit in peace, like a peaceful heart. You don't sit in judgment of anybody. So that's all I've been kind of trying to get at as a big picture for the last little bit. And I am super happy that my son is coming to terms. My oldest son might come over today too. Yeah, he's the one that got the and we'll see how he's doing. I'm going to manifest the most blissful time and the most highest vibration he could have received the messages, because again, it was my job to have 3 boys and raise them to be full-grown men. And I realized this full on, not every single person is in your timeline, and that's okay. You got to hold space for everybody. You got to hold space for where everybody is, but hold space for yourself mostly. Forgive yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, come on, people. We need to love ourselves. Okay, his high vibes. I'm just trying to read through my little things here. Yeah, everybody's on their own journey. That's right, Wendy. I was born with that way too. Aw, I love you guys in your comments. So, but anyways, I just wanted to do a quick card reading, and I still am getting, I need to get my oldest son's coming out here to help me get hooked up to my laptop, hooked up properly. And if you guys haven't checked out the new website, it's queenromana.com. Scroll down to Earth News, and there I am. So exciting. Oh, by the way, I got to tell you about the card reading Kat did when she came over the other day, about 3 days ago. I'm like, I was just sitting back in my chair. She was sitting in the broadcasting chair, and she always shuffles the cards when she's here. I just love her. And she pulled out 5 cards. 3 were stuck together, and then 2 were beside each other. and I sent them to the administrator here just to show how magical everything was. The administrator of Canada First. It said truth, love, and then the Queen, and then those three were stuck together. And then beside it was the Fire Fairy, which is about creative projects and optimism. And then the Raven. I just got goosebumps. It kind of made me want to cry saying that card reading. It was just like literally, and the only two cards that were purple were the Queen and Raven side by side. And the administrator responded, "You can't make this crap up." And I'm like, no, no, you can't. So I'm shuffling. Oop, that one just jumped out and wants to be read, and I'm pulling that one and this one on top. I've got 4 here. Yeah. But anyways, so once we remove the spells of religion and politics, you're free to just enjoy yourself, I think, and just express who you are a little bit more vibrantly. Okay, the frog. Look at us frogs there. Oh my goodness. I gotta put my glasses on. It's about cleansing, releasing emotional baggage. So, hey, isn't that the truth? And then the next one, look where we are again, the Fire Fairy. Wow, creative projects and optimism. Woo-wee, this is exactly what's going on, people. Trust. I just said like 2 of these cards while I was shuffling. Okay, now my hands are up here. Now, if one of the other ones, that would be 4 out of 5 cards, or 3 out of 5 cards that were called. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's not, but this is just the best. Birth and rebirth. So basically, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. You've got to be very optimistic and trust in the birth and rebirth of moving forward. Oh, I have like body tingles going on, people. Body tingles. Look at that. Woo hoo hoo hoo. And that was at 32:23. I love the mirrors and times lately. I just love the mirrors and times. So how blissful is that? Anyways, I just wanted to say I love you guys so much. And I have been doing a lot of cleansing. The Schumann has been off the charts. And Bluetooth, yeah, it's not that problem I'm having, actually. It's the problem of I can get Wi-Fi, but you know, YouTube, I'm creating a new YouTube account, actually, that's gonna have, it's under just, I think, Raven Moonstone. I'll put the link in my Telegram. And I'm also creating a brand new tube, so they'll have fresh information, and I'll just let you guys all know so you can jump over there. As soon as I have the brand new tube, that will be my main platform of sharing info to get onto that website, to share on the website, the small videos. So I have to create a bunch of accounts. So the problem I'm having with my laptop is it will not let me use any of my Google accounts to hook up my Excel spreadsheets or use Microsoft Word or my YouTube, like that I do off of this one. So I have to get some technical help. And I'm also looking for help to make a website. So it's just my domain, and it's like links I can put up there in all of the articles that I'm writing. So I have written a couple of articles, and I'm not sure when they'll be on the page, but one of them is a lengthy summary of the December 2nd Q&A. And what I'm going to try and do to that is, because it answers a lot of the questions, I'm going to try and do a Q&A that links up to my page. So if you have specific questions, or why you call yourself the Queen, or what does this mean, or what does that mean, then you can just press it on and it'll take you right to where she says it in the speech. So, but I need a couple of days, because it's a learning curve and it's also a hookup problem. So it's just because I think I don't know, it's the matrix glitching. I don't think computers, the ones we're getting for free, technology, computers and phones, okay, the ones are gonna be able to just say, you're gonna say, give me all of my memes on this, and it'll spit them out. Give me all of my memes on this. Find me all of my links to this, and it will give you not only the ones you posted, probably more. Just like, I don't know if anybody's seen The Good Place, where it has that humanoid girl that pops up and she knows everything about your timeline. I think that's how it's gonna be. Like, kind of like we'll have a little, like, you know, in Star Wars where it's the hologram that pops up and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi or somebody, and he's what would you like to do with the banking? Like, but money's going to be a thing. So when we come from this, where we all know money is an energetic form, it's not bad or good. It's only what you use it for. Okay? It's not bad or good. But pretty soon there'll be so much energy on the planet for each individual that it'll just be, we're using our energy. That's why Queen tells you to get it used to the barter system. Like fair trade. What can we barter? Because that's already experiencing that energy. There's no contracts in that other paradigm. So, if that makes sense. So, I hope I made sense to everybody today. I know what I'm trying to talk about. So, go look on your chats. Okay. Grounding is so important right now. Looking forward to the summary. Yeah, it's a long read, but it's worth it. So I said, you want to read for a half an hour, or do you want to listen to a 5-hour video? I think a summary of what you want to know is better than it pointed out all of the highlights, and I tried to be as accurate and precise with what was described. Some of it's almost word for word because, yeah, it's important. Anyways, this is the news, you know? This is how we relay it. What was exactly said, what was the intention behind it, and share it with others. So we can help everybody understand the new way of moving forward. It's not about who has control or hands or permission to do whatever. It's literally Queen telling us, you guys work it out. Here's a platform to work it out on, and y'all will help each other. So that's the way I understand it anyways. So we manifest and co-create that new reality. So that's a lot of the time she'll put on there. What do you want to co-create? Well, what do you want to co-create? Yes, better way forward. Be more organized. I have industrial sewing machines. Yeah, there's gonna be so much stuff that I think is gonna be mind-blowing. Like, the biggest thing I think I'm gonna enjoy is, can I put a bubble around my RV and just take it wherever? Like, will it beam up with me? Will it beam up with me? Or not? And will it be like, we can just put an energetic force field around, so if it's a little cold, it's not gonna like freeze our pipes in our RV. Maybe that won't even be a problem because the water energetically will be at a high vibration. It's not cold, but it doesn't freeze. I don't know. I don't know. It's unlimited possibilities because we're co-creating it. That's the crazy part. We have to unprogram ourselves from thinking somebody has control over certain things. Like, really, what if there's no invention for whatever you can invent it? Because we won't have the limitations and restrictions on these things, on these pieces of paper anymore. We can co-create something fantastic, right? But anyways, my coffee's wearing out, and I've got to go do some figuring around on my laptop and figuring out when my son's coming, and gonna have a blissful day. I am love, I am light, I am powerful, and I am super grateful to be in this high vibration and frequency timeline with you all, experiencing the best that is yet to come and the best that's being revealed, especially when we find out that have been hovering over us the whole time, and they've been happy here, friendly, zooming in and out, flickering our lights, and showing us how magnificent that it is to be of a higher vibration. So, light and love, everybody. Take care.